Hey everyone, welcome to Kempner Canucks. My name is RevTrev, and I'm so glad you're here because today we are talking about the comments that Patrick Allvin said and Jim Rutherford said at their press conference, season-ending press conference, and it was wild. It was wild. I absolutely love Jim Rutherford. I love how honest he is. I know that Patrick Allvin is a little more guarded, careful with his words, but he even sent some strong messages as well that I think is really, really interesting. And we need to talk about it. But I do want to do a warning, okay? Warning to all the PD police that love to come and watch my channel and want to come into the comments and bash me for all the bad things that I say and accuse me of hating Pettersson. I have told people here multiple times, multiple videos, I don't hate Pettersson as a person. I hate how he's been playing. I think that he should be producing more. I don't think that we should be happy with his play. It's like, oh, you hate him. No, I don't hate him. We're just talking about sports, everyone. That's all we're talking about is just sports. So, and if you don't like people talking about the truth or even their close perceptions to that truth, then you're not going to like what Allvin said about Pettersson and has said in the past, because it was wild what they said about him. Interesting enough, twice that I can remember in that 40-minute interview or press conference was Patrick Allvin said that we believe in Pettersson. Of course you can say that, but do you? Because the way you're talking right now, it's a bit insane. Not insane, sorry. It's a bit intense. That's what I mean to say. Because Pettersson has had a disappointing, not only season, but since January of last year. Okay? It has been very bad. Now, apparently he was hurt last year. Maybe you'll give him a pass for that. He's still playing. Anyways, I don't know what happened there. All I know is let's just talk about this season, okay? Because we won't talk about last year's playoffs, how he didn't really step up, why he was one of the reasons that we didn't beat the Edmonton Oilers. Okay, we're not going to talk about that. What we're going to talk about is this season and what Patrick Allvin and Allvin said about Pettersson was that we still believe in this guy, but he did not come to training camp. He did not come to training camp prepared, right? Actually, I think that's what Rutherford said. Rutherford said this: Petey wasn't as prepared properly for the start of training camp and the start of the season. I think that became one of the issues here that started to get things fired up. So there was already a rift. We know this. There was some issues going on, and Pettersson didn't come to camp ready to go. Didn't come maybe in shape. Whatever that happened, that is really, really important to know. Allvin said he didn't come ready, that they both said that he was not a complete player this year. And this is where the Pettersson police and I have been arguing the whole time. I'm like, as a guy who makes $11.6 million, top 5 in the league, you've got to produce points. That's all I'm saying. I knew that he could play defensive hockey, and they're, listen, he's playing incredible defensive hockey. He's such a great guy to have out there. And I'm like, yeah, we pay defensive players a fraction of that price, right? We pay him to score, okay? And they literally said things like, we know, like, he can't just we know that he can produce points. He's just not a point producer. Then they go on to say this: he's going to have to buy into being a complete player. I was talking about the offense. They're talking about the defense. The thing that all the Pettersson police are so angry at me about. Listen, if you're angry, I'm going to bring some. If you're angry at me, listen to me. If you're angry at me, you got to be raging mad at Rutherford and Alvin. I'm just saying, if you watch this video, if you watched their press conference, and you don't walk away, if you're mad at me, you need to be mad at them. And I'm not saying you should be mad at anyone. Okay? Pettersson can't be happy with the season he had. The team can't be happy with that, right? They said we started to see some progress at the end of the season when he came back right before he got injured. It's like, oh my goodness, like, what are we talking about here? He should have known that 5 years ago. He's been in the league for how many years, and he doesn't come to camp prepared? Like, this is, you don't, and this is the other thing. Why would Alvin and Rutherford give him a contract this massive if they had that issues? Maybe this is the first time he's come this way. Maybe it's been multiple times. And JT Miller or whoever else on the team's like, hey, this is not good enough. We're trying to make the playoffs. Like, this is important. We had a great year. Let's build upon that year. But they say, we still believe in him. Of course you have to say that. But then here's the other huge bomb drop, is that when they traded JT and JT gave him, or before they traded him, JT gave them permission to be traded. And he said, I want to go to the New York Rangers. They said they still looked at all the options. At all the options, everyone. Like this alone right here is crazy what they're asking Pettersson to do. Like, he wasn't here, he wasn't ready, he knows what he's got to do, and buying in as being a complete player if you want to have a contending team, right? And then you're saying these kind of things about Pettersson. This is insane. Or intense, I should say. I keep saying insane. This is you're supposed to be one of your best players, and he's not coming ready. He's not producing. There's rifts on the team where everyone wants to demonize JT Miller, and maybe he was all the problems. Maybe he was. But it doesn't sound like it. It doesn't sound like it, everyone. It sounds like he's like the team. There are people on the team, maybe just JT, maybe it was others. We don't know. We'll probably never find this information out. He wasn't ready. Wasn't ready. But they still believe in him. But, we still believe in you, Pettersson. But I just want you to know, we're not ruling out trading you. All options are going to be on the table, Alvin said. All options. All options would consider trading Pettersson. And then Rutherford, and I just made that video yesterday of Jim Rutherford's comments about possibly trading for the Hughes brothers, possibly going to get fined for tampering. He's not supposed to say stuff like that. But it's like, if you're going to go and get those guys, you know Pettersson's going to be in the deal coming back. I mean, has to be, I think. Some of you don't agree with that, but that's fine. This is what, like, all options are on our table. Like, it was basically saying, we wouldn't rule out the possibility of trading Pettersson. We wouldn't rule out the possibility of, maybe they're not even saying we wouldn't rule out the possibility of trading Hughes if he's not going to re-sign with us. But they're trying to, they went from a team that was contending, that was making noise in the playoffs, then trading, in their words, traded JT Miller and became a team that Rutherford said a team in transition. This is terrible news, everyone. This is absolutely terrible news. But they're being honest. And as Canuck fans, this is what we're saying. We're like, are we rebuilding? Are we retooling? What are we? Oh, we're going to use a different word. We're not going to use the R word. We're going to use the word transitioning, which is another word for retooling. Like, doesn't it bother you that your highest paid player didn't come prepared? It bothers me. People are paying their hard-earned money to come watch these guys play. You don't come prepared? If I go to my job and I'm not prepared, I get in trouble. If I don't come prepared and I affect the whole business day after day when you're supposed to be there, you're supposed to come and produce, like people like us get fired. But no, I mean, they gave him an $11.6 million contract. It's really frustrating to watch. But they say, we still believe in him. We still believe in you, Petey, but just want you to know everything's on the table. We're open to everything, and we'll deal you if you don't come back. And they're like, you need to stay in Vancouver, but it's your choice. Do whatever. It's like these slights. They say, we still don't believe in you, but we'll trade you if you need to. You need to train in Vancouver, but you can train anywhere you want this summer, but you need to trade in Vancouver. Oh, just so you guys know, good news. He's at the rink right now working real hard. Of course. Isn't that what's expected? And then people are like, well, Quinn, you've got this great workout routine at your house in the summer with your brothers. Why don't you guys, could you bring a couple guys with you that's struggling? He's like, listen, we're professionals. This is my routine. This is my family. This is my family time. This is me getting ready for the season. I don't need to babysit millionaires who are NHLers that should be doing that on their own. Think about that for a minute. Okay. I'm going to hit the promo and then I'm going to get into your comments. And so glad that you're here. This is a controversial topic. I know some people aren't going to be able to handle this conversation. I get it. But it's what they said. So if you're mad at me, be mad at them. All right, everyone. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the comments. Big Hog says no PD hate today. Okay. I'm not hating on him. I'm just telling you, hate doesn't mean if you get criticized, constructive criticism is not hating. Just so you know, but I know. But here it comes, Big Hog. I'm just kidding, obviously. Okay. Sorry I hit you. Oh boy, but you made me. Okay. Drifter says, what else are these bums going to say? They are hiring. They hinge the franchise with a contract team's a hot mess. I mean, you might not be wrong, Drifter. You might not be wrong. Future Canucks Sam Bennett scored. I would love it if he was on our team. Everything management has said has indicated that EP40 is the problem. I mean, that is, I don't know if that's true, but it seems to me that they're like, he's part of it. He's part of it. I wouldn't say he is the problem, but I did make a video saying the Pettersson problem, and then everyone got mad at me about that. I know, Angelo, a lot of people say this to me where I'm at Canuck games and people say we traded the wrong player. We're online. People say we traded the wrong player. I mean, time will tell. We'll find it, right? Yeah, a lot of people want to talk about Horvat. That's just so in the past now, but I still think keeping JT was the better option. He produced better, all that kind of stuff. It's just that Horvat was nicer to his teammates. Trade Petey for a can of worms. Let's start a GoFundMe to help with the buyout. Wow. I'm not saying we should buy him out. If he does not produce, he turns into Louis Eriksson 2.0. I get it. I know. I feel like they're kind of protecting him, but they're also being really like direct. Like, why are they coming out in the public and saying these things? That's what I want to know. Yeah, we'd get fired if that's what happens, man. If we did not come to work prepared, right? Imagine being a guy like Sherwood who's making $1.5 million, comes in shape, and the $6.11 million player doesn't. This is what I'm saying. This is, and then they were like, we still believe in him. It's like, okay, well, I hope you're right. I hope you're right. I got F's for not doing classwork. Yeah, exactly. Angelo does not like this management. Sherwood needs blonde hair. What? That's a weird. I hate that part. They have to babysit. I mean, right? Why do we have to babysit the fifth highest player in the league? That's the other thing. Rutherford says, listen, I watched Sidney Crosby. He didn't come to camp or to training camp or to the season unprepared. He was the hardest working guy in the room. It is embarrassing. Absolutely. Maybe the management needs to go. I love Jim Rutherford though a lot. I think he's great. Not to mention EP40 blaming his parents' genetics on TV. I never saw this one. That's a loser move. Even jokingly, everything they did for him to reach the NHL. I don't know. I don't know what he was saying. I'm not offended by that. I don't really know. Offended by jokes, y'all. Yeah, no, I'm not offended by that. Kuzmenko got a goal and an assist. Love that guy. I follow. Yeah. Yeah, it sucks. Like all these former Canucks are scoring playoff goals. It's crazy. Doug says JT and Petey both need to go. They still might. Petey, immature, weak child. JT is a toxic bully whom all previous teams wanted him gone. Okay. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion. That's fine. Martin says, I don't care what it is. You don't talk negative about your parents. That's how. Okay. Jokes are jokes. Stop being soft. You offended for his parents. Yeah. Okay. I get it. Well, but let's not worry about that comment. Let's just worry about the product we got on the ice. Let's not worry about he didn't come prepared. Like what? Anyone that defends Pettersson, you can't be happy with this, and you can't be saying, "Oh, that's okay," because it's not okay. We need a sensitive guy in clutch situations. Let the other teams have rough guys. Oh, that hurts. I know. Why would the Rangers take him back if JT Miller was that awful? But I'm not saying JT Miller was a saint here. I was just saying, like, I understand if this is the reason why he was upset, I get it. So, yeah, his work ethic was in question. And they're saying he's not a complete player. I would say he wasn't complete in the offensive side. They're talking about the offense and not on the defense. And I'm like, this is wild. Yesterday's press conference was absolutely worth the price of admission. Like, I cannot believe how honest and truthful and bold they were by that press conference. If I was Pettersson, I would not be happy. I would not be happy because I wouldn't want my management talking like this. It is what it is, everyone, right? So, anyways, there's so much to talk about. Apparently, the Canucks still believe in him. I mean, you better. You just paid him a crazy amount of money. You're saying you're probably thinking he better turn it around, or we're going to lose our jobs. I would not be surprised if we traded Pettersson, but at the same time, I'd be very, very surprised, right? JT Miller is passionate, realistic, honest. I would think that. I don't know. I love it. Big Gang Warrior. Oh, I didn't watch it. I got chased out of there by the PD police. I know they're real, and they're not a growing population. They're a minority now. After hearing all this stuff, the line changed. Tyler, good to see you. Hearing that JT tried to fix the situation himself and PD didn't. If that's true. Wow. Again, I just want to clarify again. I don't hate Pettersson, but I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. So just because you're not a fan of someone, you're not a fan of someone on the team, does that mean you hate him? No, I don't hate the guy. I just don't like what I'm seeing on the ice here, everyone. I don't like what I'm hearing off the ice either. That he's just it bothers me. And I don't know why people would try to defend him, honestly. Unfortunately, I think Nucks are stuck with Petey. With this, Doug, you might be right. Immature and underperforming child that cost $11 million. I know. Doug, what other team would want him? I believe that the Carolina Hurricanes are very interested in Pettersson. They tried to trade for him. I know last season, but I heard a rumor that they are trying to trade for him again this season. It sounds like to me that Miller got chased out of town and he tried to fix it, but is also not going to change. This sounds lopsided to me. I don't know. I think they said way more than they needed to. Oh, Tyler, I'm telling you right now, they're coming. They're coming. The PD police, but they wait. They wait till he has like a couple good games. I told you, you guys are morons saying all this bad stuff against our guy, PD. It's like, really? Okay. I want PD to be successful. If we're going to win a Stanley Cup and PD's on the team, I'm happy. Okay? I don't care. I just want to win a cup. I just don't see us winning a cup with Pettersson on our team. I could be wrong about that. We should blame Elliot Freeman for putting that stupid number up for him to sign to. Oh my goodness. Tough. It's a tough one, everyone. All right, I got to run. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Hit the like and subscribe, everyone. Really appreciate you coming out. I know this is a tough topic for some people, but we're going to be okay. We're going to make it. And apparently the Canucks still believe in him. Do you still believe in him? I'm just disappointed. I'm frustrated. I don't know if I believe in him anymore. I know I don't, but I hope I'm wrong. Have a good night. Go Canucks, go.
Wow.